just dad jokes. Just Amazing. Really bad jokes.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. With this, though, we are about to be live. And welcome, everyone, to Geek Battle. We are now live here on the Geek Battle YouTube channel, Xstreamed Improv YouTube channel, and the Geek Battle Gaming YouTube channel, as well as a bunch of other platforms. So if you're watching us on FaceEB or the old Twitch, then give us a like, follow, or subscribe there. But we're going to have an exciting show today. Because there is something in the world. I'm not going to nerd rage just yet, but there is something in the last week that has really ground my gears, as it were. And we'll discuss this and so much more after this intro sequence. So here we go. What the hell?
Comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel. And a wrong Weasley. Judge David slams down the gavel. The cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream. Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle.
What the hell?
Every movie that's already seen it.
Audience, I'm sure you can hear that this is not sounding like it's working well. Well, we're going to
Disney loves blink, and we try to crown the geek.
Let's just bring down the resolution.
It's the Geek Battle Show. Welcome to the Geek
That's worked.
The battleground, where we use the Force and.
Okay, look, let's bring that to an end. Was that intro stuttering like a son of a bitch for you guys?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, audience, I apologise. That was not a pleasant minute of your life.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it now. My screen is a little bit juddery, so let's see what I can shut the hell down and see if that improves things. Okay, it looks like I'm working.
Close the Chrome.
If I close Chrome, the show disappears. We are on Chrome right now. Right.
We are bound to our masters of Google, who will not let us go. Now they have actually inserted on Windows as well. They are eating our RAM, and NVIDIA already bought the whole stock. Sorry.
It's true.
See, normally I nerd rage this early on, but Cap's jumped ahead on this one.
No, well, I was already on the verge of a nerd rage, but it's going to happen soon.
Look up Mesh Networks.
So let's
look up Mesh Networks.
Let's say hello
Yes,
let's say hello. What can I say? But it's been a little while, so I think we should do it the proper way, and just acknowledge.
So, hi, I'm Nick. I'm in Virginia. As you guys all know, or most of you know, or those of you who have a shit about it knows, I am a Magic the Gathering player. I have been for a very long time. However, I have some shitty news in the world of Magic. The best player in the world just passed away from cancer.
Oh no!
He's been battling it for 2.5 years. It was kind of well known in the Magic community that. So, the Buddha family of Germany, I wish them, at least on my behalf, all the condolences in the world. Like I said, he was the best player of all times. Everybody said that it was him or John Finkel, but it was just for a bunch of reasons. I think that not to be the case. But Kai was also the nicest guy in Magic, legitimately so, and he will be sorely missed by the Magic community.
Oh well, that's very sad to hear. So, do you know what was the chap's name?
Kai Bude.
Okay, right. It's not a name I'm familiar with, but obviously, all of the different fandoms and everything have their own like well-known personalities and that, and that's
right.
Yeah, that's sad to hear for that. So I'm sorry about that, Nick. Go ahead.
No, I didn't know him personally.
Obviously, sure.
I heard a bunch of really awesome stories about him over the years, and I played in the same tournament as he did because a lot of the Magic tournaments in the U.S. are open tournaments. He did substantially better than them, but he was also like, I bumped into him walking around the convention center, and he sat down with me for 5 minutes for a chat, and he was lovely. Like, and it was about coffee of all things. Like,
well, yeah, okay. So, next up on the show we have Tim. Say hello to the people.
Hello to the people from North Kingstown, Rhode Island. Nick, I'm really sorry to hear about that. And it sounds like it had an impact and in the community, and that's sad. Am I supposed to do a geek fact this week?
If you have one, or whatever you've got on your mind.
Back to the Future was being filmed for 6 weeks before they put in Michael J. Fox as the current actor. Before, there was a method actor. I forget the gentleman's name, but he took the role a little too seriously.
It was Eric Stoltz.
Yes, Eric Stoltz, the guy who plays Biff, who was originally a comedian. He was doing his work in like stand-up and stuff. He was discussing about this in a podcast called Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. He discussed like how Eric Stoltz was working with Biff, and Biff thought that he was like Eric Stoltz was treating Biff as the bully because he was acting as it, but it just turns out that Eric Stoltz was very method actor, taking it too seriously. Michael J. Fox had a lighter approach, and it made the feel of the movie go be a lot different.
Yeah, no, that's a cool fact. I so wish at some point, whatever footage they've got of Eric Stoltz cut would get released. I would love to see that. I'd just love to see it. And they should like edit it together, and then they should just like put like a little symbol in the corner of the screen where it's like, okay, this is where it's Michael J. Fox because we have to continue the story with the scenes we didn't film.
Wait a minute. What if we wrote a movie script where it is Eric Stoltz going back into time to try and release that or something?
Oh my god! So Eric Stoltz,
it's the actual script.
Goes back in time to try to set himself up with
to save
Robert Zemeckis, so they mesh together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eric Stoltz hears about this, and then he decides, okay, I'm creating a time machine. So he works with us, Geek Battlers, to create this time machine so he can save the footage and release it once this detail is known to the public as general knowledge.
No, more than that. Hang on. More than that, I think it should basically work like Back to the Future. Imagine a movie starring Eric Stoltz, who's going to be 60 or something now, probably, where he goes back in time to just like Marty had to set up his parents with each other, he has to set up young Eric Stoltz with the rest of the cast of Back to the Future and learn not to be difficult to work with, so then they can finish the movie.
That's easy. Like that could just be a therapy session.
And then the movie bombs. He comes back and the movie has bombed. It has no significant relevance.
I love it. It's a great idea.
He goes to David Postansky, who is his #1 fan. It's like, do you remember Back to the Future? No. Not really. Awesome. And then it's all in title.
The whole title gets changed because Eric Stoltz is in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Yesterday, which is the movie where the Beatles don't exist. Where the Beatles don't exist. And there's a great moment where the lead actor, whose name I can't remember what it was, runs into what's the name of the redhead guy from the redhead who sings "Beautiful and Perfect"?
Oh, Ed Sheeran.
He runs into Ed Sheeran at a pub where Ed Sheeran is just playing guitar randomly.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey." I don't forget the context, but he's like,
yeah, I know.
I think that I can write a song better than you in 15 minutes. And so he comes up with, he's the only person that remembers the Beatles music in the world. So, like, Ed Sheeran writes a song about a duck finding love or whatever. And he's like, that's cool. Here's mine. And he plays Yesterday.
Yeah.
And Ed Sheeran's mine is like, who the flipping hell are you?
Yeah. Okay, so what I was going to thought you were going to say there is there's a great moment in that movie where he sings the song, or plays the song and sings the song, Hey Jude. And Ed Sheeran's like, How about it's Hey Dude, right? It's a good movie. That's a good movie. That's an honest to God good time travel
That is a
movie.
fantastic movie.
I'm pretty sure Tim's idea tomorrow. Dave is going to a school and he's all the kids have projects and they drop everything. I have a new script. We're doing this.
Yeah.
It's the
Well, that would actually, but what you've just said is literally the plot of School of Rock, isn't it? Where they're like,
Yeah.
aren't we meant to be learning science? He's like, no, the project is the band.
Oh, yeah, I teach the kids with a guitar and I sing songs with them.
Yeah.
Man,
Okay.
It's a wonderful.
Do you know, it's been a little while since our intros have been completely sidetracked like this, so I miss it. Right.
Sorry about that.
No, it's
That's
good.
my bad.
It's good.
Every time you've done a show, saying so, David.
Yeah. Okay, and on that note, Dave, MC, say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dave, MC, here in Paris, France, also in the Tavern of Eternal Chaos. I hope you're having a good day today. My geek fact is, so we know that the Doctor in Doctor Who is numbered, so from 1 to 15. Yeah, I'm going with that. But the one who isn't numbered is the Master. And I have a number.
What, you've worked out a numbering system for the Masters?
I've worked out the number of how many Masters there have been.
Well, I think you can already do this, but go ahead.
26.
Oh, what was that sound?
Right. I have no idea.
Yeah.
There are in Doctor Who lore, there are 26 Masters.
Yeah.
Because, well, we can say that from 1 to 12, we don't know.
Yeah, we do.
Because we kind of, well, no, we don't.
Well, no, because Eric Roberts, he's
later. He's
okay.
a lot later.
Oh, no, in fact, so when he was
Roger
like looking
Delgado.
all funky, that's because he'd run out of lives, right?
That is because you ran out of lives.
And so, okay, so yeah, so that's at least 12. But we knew who he was when he was Robert D'Angelo.
Well, when he was Roger Delgado, he was the 13th Master. He was the last regeneration.
Yes. Oh,
But
okay.
we
So
don't
1
know
to
the
12.
So we don't know the other ones. Roger Delgado is the last one. When he's all defunct and looking funky, that's him. That's still technically Roger Delgado.
Yeah.
Then he's Anthony Ainley. He
Yes.
takes over. He takes over the body. Then it's Eric Roberts.
Yes.
We're not doing the Rowan Atkinson one. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, it counts.
It doesn't count.
I think it does.
It doesn't.
It totally counts because it's Rowan Atkinson, who is a delight and a national treasure in England, and we must protect him with all our love for the rest of his life.
It's comedy relief. It doesn't count.
Shut your trash mouth.
I will never ever shut that out. I will
Okay,
never
keep
be
going,
silent.
keep going.
So then it's one of the big Finnish masters that takes over.
That
He
doesn't
did it.
count!
No, it does count. It does count. It is canon.
No, it's not.
It does.
What, just
Then-
because of that tiny Paul McGann episode where they're like, well, you don't have any history, so we better name some of your audio friends.
Oh, so Eric Roberts appeared once, and suddenly he's the master.
What, Eric
So
Roberts?
I-
Yeah.
By your logic. So when we get to the two War Masters, we see his child incarnation, and then we see the Derek Jacobi version.
Yeah.
Then it's John Sim.
Yes.
Then Michelle Gomez as Missy, and then there's another one in between Michelle Gomez and the other geezer who I can't be bloody bothered to remember because I hated his master.
Right. Oh, what?
But yeah,
Sasha?
so there's been
Sasha? Well, I forget his
you know
last
who I'm
name.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know. So yeah, there have been 26 masters.
But Dave,
So
there is one
I
thing
have-
you have forgotten.
Don't you say it.
What? No, I don't know what you think I'm going to say, but I don't think you think I'm going to say this. Right? You have forgotten the original master, who I will show you now. Boom! Master number 1.
Yeah, but that was very briefly.
Doesn't... so very briefly now does count, does it? Right.
You know what I mean? Though? So we
Yeah.
we don't know what that regenerate. What that's his first incarnation. We don't know what he grew up into.
Yes,
and
true.
there's other sort of 11, 12 bodies.
Yeah, you are
after
100% right. Yes, you are right.
Because people have been saying that the warlord who was in the war games is technically the master, and I go, well, no, he's not the master. He looks like the master, but he's not the master. He's a completely different character.
Oh.
I have a question about this, if I may.
Yeah, of course.
Go.
Can we just cut off the master's leg and count the rings inside his bones to determine how many they are?
No. It doesn't work like
How
that.
what is that? What?
Well, he's thinking, you mean like a tree, right?
Determine how old the tree is.
Yeah.
So you can do it. Also, this is actually a serious question. That was just a bullshit question. The serious question is there a finite number of regenerations that a doctor can have as well as a master?
Technically,
Yes.
there is. There are 13 regenerations. Or 12.
And yet,
13 generations, 12 regenerations.
Hang on. I got to do the math. It's
They're allowed
backwards, you know.
13 lives.
Yeah, 13 lives, 12 regenerations.
Yeah.
So if we're on the 16th Doctor, we have a problem, right?
No. Because, okay, so there's two answers to this. So first of all, Matt Smith was the last Doctor of that cycle.
Yeah.
But then they granted him a new cycle of regenerations, which the Time Lords did, which they also did with the Master. But then, because of the Timeless Child, it turns out that the Doctor always had the ability to regenerate, had done it dozens of times already, and probably doesn't have any limit whatsoever.
No.
Fair enough.
There we go. Cap, say hello to the people.
I was about to open up a side chat with Tim on because I thought this was going to take a while and probably we're never going to finish the intros.
Yeah. And
And on that note, we have to finish the show now.
In any case, since I was doing Warhammer stuff, I'm still in Warhammer mindset, so I'm going to give him a Warhammer fact. So, in the Grim Doctor of the 40th Millennium, which species is the most adaptable to this sort of world rules? That would be the orcs. Okay, the reason why is because orcs are stupid. They have Cockney accents, and they are made into stupid creatures for some weird reason. I don't know why. And their biggest leader right now is a satire of Margaret Thatcher, which is another thing. But the whole idea of the orcs is that they are very dumb. They are very simple creatures. They reproduce like spores, like fungus. But the thing is, they get smarter as they fight. So they love to fight, and they will get smarter as they fight. So in terms of that, if you bring a strong enough enemy, the orcs will rise to the occasion. So it's just an infinite loop of them getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and they become smarter as well. Then there was a guy. So usually humans deal with it by cutting the head of the orc, and then, if you kill the leadership, they'll start fighting up among themselves to figure out who's the next boss, and that's how the Imperium and all the aliens deal with that situation. So that was a manageable problem. But now there was an Inquisitor who decided the Tyranids, which is basically like the Flood from Halo, who just consume everything. He thought the best way to stop the Tyranid is to make them fight the orcs. So making the unstoppable force make it fight the immovable object. So what he basically did, he grabbed a bunch of Tyranid spores and they sent it to the orc system, and basically the Tyranids will eat and evolve to fight everything. And the orcs will basically evolve to fight to the occasion. So it's just an endless chaos of bugs versus orcs, which are fungi.
Okay,
And
hang
it's
on.
really cool.
Cap, I think you were muted there. Can you start that again? No, I'm joking. Right, okay. Tim, do you have a thought on that along the way?
Tim, you are actually muted.
Oh, yeah, Tim, you are actually muted.
It sounds like the orcs could have a lot of fun and get a lot of intelligence by fighting in a local Facebook page. Like, those local Facebook groups are great. Yeah, send them in.
Here's my
Send them in. Like, I want to have...
So
They
would in Warhammer.
The idea is for, like, it doesn't matter what type of fight it is. If it's a fight, they will be there, and if it's competitive enough, they will become smarter. Their insults will get brighter.
We got some wonderful people in my local Facebook group who are just complaining about sidewalks not being paved. Those orcs would have a battle. That would be a battle. Like, oh my God,
wait, Tim. What's up with your sidewalks if they're not paved? What is it?
I think that it's just too much snow and not enough space to put the snow.
Okay.
So it becomes like this thing, and not enough municipal planning, but it just gets bad sometimes. Like just people post and post and post, and I'm just like, do you want to grab a shovel with me and we'll just a little bit,
I was just about to say that too.
Worry about it.
I was just about to say that. Like, so Facebook people, I know your hands are busy doing whatever they're doing on the keyboard. But you can do these things where you can take your hands like this and put them around the shovel. I know you're used to putting them around something else, but put them around the shovel and then just scoop up the snow.
Oh, I'm going to do that a couple times. I've already shoveled out a couple times. Once someone gets too deep into it, I'm like, I want to empower you to act on those posts.
Now, just to clarify one point, Dave, when you say that they're used to having their hands around something else, is it one of these or is it one of these?
I was going to say more one of these or one of these.
Okay. Good. Now, who haven't we said hello to? We've done it all right, and I'm David.
Yeah,
right.
David. Right. Give us a geek fact.
Okay,
Tell us
geek fact.
Give us a geek fact.
Okay, so my geek fact is going to be.
I want to point out one thing. I've been doing this show with you guys for about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. Dave never gives out geek facts.
Yeah, I generally don't.
Yeah, dude.
No, he means me, right?
He just judges ours.
Yeah, I just judge yours. It's a good point. The way that evolved is not when back in the days where it was so much about scoring points and that, which was ruined by StreamYard. No, but yeah, we can do that. But the only problem is sending you the things for impressions and that. Just it's not as easy on StreamYard. I'll try to figure it out.
No.
We should do these games. But anyway. So it would always be that you could get a bonus point that I would judge if it was point worthy or not, right? So I was never in the habit of doing it. But I will give you a geek fact. Did you know that Superman, right? Superman has had a weird repetition in time with Superman movies. Because obviously Superman and Superman 2 were shot. Whoever's clicking some shit right now as I'm talking, right? Okay, right. Superman and Superman 2 were shot back to back. Partway through production, they fired the director Richard Donner, and they had Richard Lester, who was working on the film, to take over and be the director of Superman 2. Yeah. Roll forward 30 plus years. Justice League is going to be filmed back-to-back with Justice League Part 2, but that changes when Zack Snyder is replaced by Joss Whedon, who was already working as a script doctor on it, and is then takes over as director for the released film of Justice League.
Does everything have to be involving the Doctor with you in some way?
The Doctor? I'm literally talking about Superman. Nick.
No, you said script doctor. I know there's a Doctor Who, but why
Nick, I'm envisaging that by the end of this, you may be visiting a doctor. I swear. Right.
Universal healthcare.
Okay. Yeah. Universal healthcare. Good old. No, I hate the NHS,
universal healthcare.
Right. It's garbage. It's not worth it. Right. Okay. So. Let's see. So that was my fact. So there are more weird coincidences in the Superman franchise.
I think that was an interesting fact. And now for that you get -1 million.
Okay, hang on, Dave. I'm just gonna look. I'm really okay. Now I'm really getting look. Watch. Listen. Look. Look. You see that flash? My new screwdriver. The battery is dead or it doesn't work. None of them freaking work after 2 months of solid use.
Mine's dead.
Yeah.
David, I'm not going to give you a point because I already saw the video.
You did? Oh, okay. So, yeah.
I'm not going to give you
so that's another -1 million then.
So, one of the things which I haven't really spoke about is I have started sharing out, talking head style geek trivia videos, where I just say geek trivia and theories and stuff like this. So look, there's about Doctor Who one and stuff like this. So check them out. They're currently going up on. I'm rolling them out slowly. They're on things like Instagram and TikTok at the moment. but they'll be on YouTube and other stuff soon. It's just I'm in the middle of a big content rollout, and it takes a long time to roll out as much as I've been making. Right, I've got literally over a year's worth of Extreme Improv clips that I'm scheduling bit by bit. But anyway,
something we've been on for 25 minutes.
We're still on the intros.
We've only done the intros.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, I'm going to quickly tell you what I was referring to when I said something has ground my gears this week, and then you guys can bounce off of it or not, and then we can find out what's on your mind. So, over the last couple of weeks, I've just looked for what can I watch as I'm scheduling videos because it takes forever to do. I have been looking for, what can I just sort of have that I'm half watching, can kind of get into, like a series on Netflix. And I found one starring, I think, Sarah Paulson called Ratchet. And I was watching it and I was like, this is really good. Yeah, it's really good. And it gets to the last episode and I'm like, this isn't really wrapping up. And it ends on a cliffhanger. And I was like, when is this show from? It says 2022. And then it's like, oh no. They didn't make a follow-up series. It was cancelled. And I was like, that really sucks because it really felt like they could have come to a conclusion, but they didn't. And so then I'm like, what can I watch next? Oh, Mike Flanagan makes some good series. Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass. Oh, there's one of his I haven't seen yet called The Midnight Club. I think I'll watch that. It gets to episode 10. I'm like, oh, I wonder how this one's going to finish. Because every other series this dude made is a one-and-done series. It gets there, and it ends on a cliffhanger. And I'm like, when's season 2? Oh, they made this 3 years ago. And then they didn't follow it up. And it was really good. So, one, that grinds my gears. Because that's two shows in a row where I was tricked into watching something where there will never be a conclusion. But I was going to ask you, what shows that didn't conclude, that got cancelled before the conclusion, or that you didn't realise, obviously if you're watching them as they go along and then things get cancelled, or if you've watched anything where after the fact you expected it to continue, and then just you're left hanging forever. Cap.
Okay, my biggest anger was Thundercats 2011, where season 2 was written and it was ready to go, but then the freaking Lego show sold more toys, so they decided, fuck the Thundercats. We make Legos now. And then down it goes. It was such a fucking good series. I was so pissed about it. It still does anger. Next would be Teen Titans, because Teen Titans Go became a thing, and then the world of TV animation was ruined forever. Just
Teen
ruined.
Titans Go was garbage. I will normally argue with you, Cap, because it's fun, but I cannot, in good consciousness, argue for Teen Titans Go.
Okay, do you know have the scripts for the Thundercats that they wrote? Have they ever leaked online or anything? Oh, and have you read them?
No. So I'm not sure if they leaked it, but there was a big news. The writers did come out and say that we had script and ready, and we were ready for production, and then we got the news it was canceled. Oh. I'm not sure if they leaked it, but there was several rumors that it was going to get bought out by Netflix, and then they said we're going to do Thundercats again, and they were like excited, they're going to bring us back. And what they did Thundercats Go, and like another freaking Teen Titans Go style.
Oh yeah,
Thundercats.
what is that about? Thundercats Go and Teen Titans Go.
It
the
was
word
not
Go, Cap is your curse, isn't it?
Yeah. It's that fucking show again. It comes back and takes away everything that is good.
Should we now change the name of this show to Geek Battle Go?
I think so.
Hey, something really good just happened in Magic though. Like as I was listening to you, I was pulling up something on my other monitor, and the professor, who's a Magic the Gathering content creator, just announced that his one-night stream for charity made $100,000 for Trans Lifeline in 24 hours.
Wow.
So yeah.
What was funny about that? Sorry, Nick. Sorry to disrupt, but what was funny about that was when you put that up, Cap had frozen, so his face looked dead straight. I thought, I think we annoyed him before, and now we got his reaction to it.
Okay, well, the funny thing was, I thought we'd missed his reaction, But then as soon as he started moving, he'd probably been for the last 15 seconds just been like, ah!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder with something good in the world.
Thundercats. Right, no, go on, Nick, you were saying.
Oh, sorry, Nick.
The professor, who is a fantastic Magic the Gathering streamer, does a charity for Trans Lifeline at the beginning of the year, and he raised $110,000 in less than 24 hours.
Wow.
Nice.
Trans Lifeline, for those of you who don't know, is a trans support phone number, like a 24-hour hotline, where people volunteer and they'll provide support and financial, and if you need a place to go, if you need mental help,
Sure.
they'll be happy to help you. I've given them a little bit of money, but I'm really happy that the professor just announced that his did 110 grand. So
Yeah.
which is very nice.
Yeah, I find it difficult to hear the professor without just thinking of sliders. But anyway,
So
any
the
other
professor-
shows that people that got cancelled before you, that you were in the middle of watching, or especially if you watch them after the fact and then just didn't know? Because if I know that a show's been cancelled and I haven't ever watched it, I'll sometimes be like, well, is there any point? And this got me twice in a row.
This has happened to me a lot.
There were
Actually.
two for me that canceled while I was watching them, and I was
What,
devastated.
mid-episode?
Not quite mid-episode.
They're like, oh
but,
shit, Nick's watching.
Well, three. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
God, the Devil, and Bob, which is a great comedy from the 90s, which is, the premise is God and the Devil decide not to destroy Earth based on Bob. But it's hilarious. And if you are a religious person, please do not watch it. You'll be offended 7 ways from Tuesday when you realize that the monitor they use for God is Jerry Garcia. 2 is Freaks and Geeks, one of the greatest shows of all time, not even close. It launched the careers of Jonah Hill, James Franco, a bunch of those people. And also, of
Sounds
course,
like the cream of the crop there. Right.
And of course, Firefly.
Oh yeah.
Which was brilliant.
And made by Joss Whedon. Another cream of the crop there. Right. Okay. Tim, what have you got?
I know Tim was devastated about Halo.
The second season, not the first. Because even though it's still Silver Timeline, which is not in line with the video games, I did appreciate how they ended season 2 on a cliffhanger with so many good potential storylines. And I think that's a disappointing part is they had different showrunners for season 2, and the marketing for it was it's going to be more action, more heroes, more bullets, all that stuff. And they threw some good battles in, but I was really disappointed that Paramount decided not to make another polished turd with season 3 and finish it out. I kind of it's after watching it a third time, especially with my wife who liked it, I was like, all right, I could I don't mind it so much.
Tim.
So sorry for shitting on you guys.
Tim, of all the thing you could have done with your partner, why did you introduce Halo with that series?
Tim, can I interject here, Tim? Because I think I have the
Go
answer.
ahead.
Well, because Tim watched it on his own and suffered, so he thought, well, I know, I'll bring a friend so they can suffer with me.
I was like, I can't wait to show this with you. It gets so awesome. It's like a video game I used to play, but it's not connected to the video game at all. And Pablo Schreiber is naked in it for a minute. You get to see his ass. Like, oh, okay, cool. Wait a minute.
Imagine you bring in someone who who will get upset by this, and it turns out they get, that was kind of good, and you were like, what? That was not the reaction I was hoping for.
Yeah. I would actually take that person and go, oh, you're going to love this series, Halo. It's going to be absolutely fine. The first episode starts, it goes to shit, and I tap them on the knee and go, you're on your own now. Bye. And then just go out for a coffee. You got 4 hours of this. You'll be fine.
You know what I've been watching recently is Babylon 5, and I love that show, but it's campy and it's like 90s sci-fi AF.
And it's so good.
She started watching it. I love it. But honestly, the cinematography is, it's 90s. They didn't know what they were doing. The 3D modeling, all the CGI, like, it's bad. And that's...
What show is that?
My wife doesn't like it as much. Babylon 5.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, we had the best CGI in the 90s. What are you on about?
They honestly, kind of, like, for 94, 95, that was, like, groundbreaking. And, like, the amount of makeup and artistry there in, like, the Narns and the Centauri, and, like, that's groundbreaking in its own. But the set design felt like, I don't know, like a fast food restaurant that was designed for, like, with a future retro look from the 90s. It just doesn't land.
Okay, Dave, did you have any shows that were cancelled that bothered you?
But you know what, actually? Aside from... Like, I watched most of the series that I watch have all wrapped up and have all finished. Like, because I watched a lot of the old the Doctor Who's and like Merlin.
I mean, technically, Doctor Who was one of them once upon a time.
Once upon a time, it was, yeah. But it's just like I don't watch a lot of TV to weigh in on this one.
Okay.
Because it's like like recently, I don't watch a lot of TV. So there's not really been a series or an anime or whatever that's had a cliffhanger, and I've been like, oh shit, it got cancelled. So it's never really been anything like that for me. No,
Wait. How is this possible? I know you watch anime. There's tons of anime just die after the first season.
Yes, Cap. I've sat down and wasted my life watching every single feckin' anime in the feckin' world.
I still can't believe that you haven't watched an anime and like, oh, that's so good. Where's season 2? It's cancelled. Yeah. That was it.
Well, no, because the only example I can have is Dragon Ball Super that never did any of the arcs after the Tournament of Power, but now they announced actually last week or 2 weeks ago that they're redoing the whole Dragon Ball Super arc, so they're going to do everything up to date on that one. So that's good.
You know what? In that section, I would say we are both robbed of Dragon Ball Unbridged. They stopped doing it. Just because
that's different. That's because they didn't want to do it because they were fatigued with the battles with Funimation and all of that.
Yeah. Again, that's we were robbed of that. But in terms of like anime, there's a lot of shows that comes by and then just dies.
Well, yeah. I mean, that is true, but I've never really found one of them that I've just been like, oh shit, it got cancelled.
All right, okay, guys. Do any of you remember Alf?
I remember Alf.
Yeah, that ended on a cliffhanger. So, do you remember this? Was Alf? This is how the show ended. Like this.
What the fuck?
This cute alien. Well, he wasn't really cute. He was this disgusting alien. That sarcastic alien. But he was this puppet thing. That lived with a family, and then in the last episode, the government, the FBI turned up, surrounded him. And we're going to take him away, and that's how the show ended, and they didn't renew it for another one.
David, from the looks of those uniforms, I felt like he was taken by the post office.
Weirdly. To be honest, they do look like 1940s bus conductors.
I mean, you got because wasn't it American? Alf?
Yeah, Alf's American. I loved it when I was little, but I probably haven't seen it since the early 90s. So I couldn't really...
The reason how I ended up watching it was that the guy who did Men in Black was somehow involved in the show, and I was like, I was searching Men in Black was such a genius film. This guy must have done a lot of stuff, and the only thing I could find was Pushing Daisies. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll watch Pushing Daisies, and that also ends in a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
damn it.
Right, now, guys, is there anything you guys have seen or want to talk about? There's a couple other bits I've got, but let's hand it over. What have you seen, or trailers, or movies, or anything?
Oh.
Go on, Dave.
I mean, I kind of touched upon it just a minute ago, but yeah, Dragon Ball Super is getting a renewal series. So they're reanimating all of Dragon Ball Super now, because the animation from before was very choppy and rushed in places. So now they're redoing I think they're redoing the whole series again, but they're all under different titles. So it'll be starting from the Super arc. It'll be Dragon Ball Beerus, and then there's gonna be Golden Frieza, leading up to the bit that they didn't do. The bit they didn't do, which was the Moreau arc, which is the bit after the Tournament of Power. So they're doing that bit, and maybe we're getting more after that. But we haven't had anything else since the death of Akira Toriyama, so we haven't had many manga Dragon Ball related since the end of Super. So, but we got the renewal. Had a big trailer 2 weeks ago showing that they're doing most of Dragon Ball Super now, and the animation looks really well polished and really well refined. The trailer itself had like pages from the manga, the comic, actually coming out, so sort of 3D the image a little bit, and it looked amazing. It looks really, really good. So I can't wait to see when.
Wait,
that's coming out.
Wait,
that's
Dave,
coming out in spring. Yes.
You actually like when 2D also involves 3D. I remember you ranting about it when you saw Devil May Cry 3 trailer where the environments were 3D and the characters were 2D, and you were like, I fucking hate this.
I never said that.
You did.
I don't
David, roll the footage.
Okay.
Are you sure this was me? Are you sure this was me?
We've been waiting for this moment, and here we can show you it.
Fuck.
Looks accurate to me.
Right.
But I'm an American.
Yeah.
No.
Anything else on that?
Resi 9 is coming out?
Okay, there is something specifically on that, right? So, as a Nintendo Switch owner, a Nintendo Switch 2 owner, I am going to be getting Resident Evil 9 for the Nintendo Switch. Guys, get ready to mop up your drool or anything else you may need to mop up, because they are releasing Grace and Leon amiibos. So I will be scanning these into the games.
So my question is, Cap, have you pre-ordered yours already?
I have a factory of them.
I feel like Grace and Leon's hair is problematic when you're trying to kill zombies.
Exactly, it is, isn't
You'll
it?
get them.
Tim, how dare you? How dare you? That hair is that man's superpower, okay?
Well, actually, Cap, having played up to 4 now, I actually agree with Tim.
Yeah.
No. You disrespect the
I'll be
hair
back in a
spray.
minute.
I do not disrespect the
back in a
hair.
minute.
I disrespect Leon.
Sure.
I'm going to test out this theory. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I disrespect Leon because Jill is the best protagonist.
That's why she only got one game.
Okay, now hang on. So, guys, right. Now, have any of you got any, like, of what I'm about to say? The Wii U, 3DS, Switch or Switch 2? Amazing.
Point me in the direction of the zombie. Oh, I can't see it.
Tim, you're just not cool enough, okay? You're just not cool enough to pull it off.
Whoa! Whoa!
Harsh words there. But, guys,
Shots
just hang on.
fired from
Very-
Cap.
How long did it take you to figure that out? Come on, guy.
Right.
Even my farts are hot. They're not cool at all. All right, buddy.
Now, guys, very quickly, have any of you ever currently or ever owned either a 3DS, a Wii U, a Switch, or a Switch 2?
3DS.
Okay, so did you ever have any amiibos?
No, because I have a life.
Right. Well, I have.
Whoa, that's.
Hold on, I want to point out.
He says collecting. He says when he collects ducks.
Yeah, I have quite the.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I have quite the collection of amiibos, and I never felt that they lived to their full potential of like what you could do with them. But I will, and it's been a long time since I've got like new ones. But I will be getting Resident Evil amiibos. I don't know what they do, but to me this is very exciting. You'll scan them into the games, and I'm just hoping it'll give me bonus weapons or that you can level up this character.
I will say that I've tried actually avoiding anything like trailer wise or gameplay wise. Even like someone released a demo a couple of days ago for Resi 9.
Oh.
I've tried avoiding it like the bloody plague because I don't want to know because I'm not at that point yet.
Yeah.
So I've avoided it like the plague.
Well, I'll be honest.
mean-
I've mostly avoided it too. When there's been things that we've watched on this show, I've brought up like a couple of them, but I haven't got the demo. I'm just looking forward. I think it's out at the end of this month. So I'm looking forward to it then.
I am pretty much screwed anyways because the game's not gonna run on my computer. So I'm pretty much screwed anyway. So I don't care. I'll watch the gameplay.
Okay, right, Cap.
Oh no!
This.
Yes, Dave.
This is why you should get a games console. They will work.
No.
Or get a better PC because they work just as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was planning to do, but then Nvidia fucking started screwing everybody over.
What are
Hang
you
on.
talking about?
Okay, hang on 1 second here. Right. So when it says what these amiibos will actually do, it says here. Okay, the figures. Blah 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 blah. So there's a Leon amiibo. It says, both amiibos unlocking cosmetic skins for your in-game weapons. So it's not even that your character gets a costume, it's that your weapon gets a costume. So let me just show you this, because that's ridiculous. So, like, who's even going to be paying attention to that your gun will look like that? So that's all that's going to happen.
That looks terrible. That looks terrible.
Hey, it's got wings on it. That's
I don't
something.
care if it has a bloody bat symbol on it. It still looks shit.
Oh, hang on. Let me just take this.
Yeah,
Hello?
Hello? Hello, Capcom.
Right, I don't know whose phone that was. Oh, was it Nick?
Sorry.
Right, that's all right.
I think that's gonna be Grace's weapon. It's gonna start out as Leon's weapon, but he's gonna give that to Grace.
Yeah.
But Leon's got
that's
a tomahawk,
that's for Leon.
boys.
That's for Leon,
He's got-
apparently. Yeah.
He's got a tomahawk, boys, and that's all I need. Screw that fucking knife that breaks every time. Now I have a
How
tomahawk.
dare you? That knife is the best weapon I used in Resident Evil 4.
But anyway, so yeah, no, I'm very much looking forward to this game. It's been such a long time since I've been able to properly play a game, but I've decided that whatever else is going on project-wise, that is taking a pause so Resident Evil 9 can happen, and then the world can get on with whatever it wants afterwards.
David, immediately release the gameplay footage as you start to stream it or
No, I'm
do it or
planning
something.
to. I'm planning to. Like my
Yeah.
gaming channel, it was doing so well, but it got to mid 2024, and I kind of just had to put the brakes on it. A bunch of family stuff has happened, but also it was like what like I referenced earlier. I have actually literally years worth of extreme improv footage. And I was like, if I'm ever going to get this done and shared, because it's the idea of, well, if I shared more stuff, maybe, you know, it'd help spread the word, the shows would get more tickets sold, more people would watch the online shows. But it's like, I literally have all of the footage of almost every live show, let alone the online shows, from going back to 2018. Or 2017, in fact. Almost every show recorded. It's like, oh, I keep meaning to edit them. And then just the more and more that happens. So literally, I started editing them in September. And now I am scheduling them. I have been scheduling them for the last 11 days. And I've only just started scratching the surface. Because it takes a long time to... forget thumbnails. I cannot be bothered with thumbnails. It's going to take too long. But just naming things. Category, comedy. You know, it takes forever.
This is my advice from what I understood of the algorithm, which is not an exact science, just pre-guessing, I guess. Whatever new big project is happening, like it's gonna be pushing it because they're gonna pay for Google to push it. So if you involve yourself in that or whatever you do online, there's a higher chance you can just ride off from that wave.
Yeah,
which does sometimes happen.
That's less my interest though, for the reason that then you become a slave to whatever is going on in the world.
Like I have become a slave to the Lion King.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you have tapped. So
I literally won't do that because if I go back all the way to 2022, like when like the Geek Battle TikTok is infinitely more successful than the YouTube channel. It's got like just under 3,000 followers, and I built that up really quick. But then I was like, oh shit, I've got to film a video every day. And I was like, I don't like it. So I kind of like retired for 3 years on TikTok. And then I was like, right, I want to write the things that I'm interested in. So hence why I'm saying random factoids about or theories about Terminator and Superman and stuff like this.
But
rather than
David,
like, guys, it's conformity gate for Stranger Things. There's going to be another episode, and like spending a whole week just filming that for it to come to nothing. Right? I'd much rather do what I consider, you know, like the idea of like, because if I film something, it's like, is there going to be a new Stranger Things? It's fine talking about it on a show like this, but if you spend an hour making a video of that, in a week's time when that episode doesn't come up, that was a waste of your time to do. So I'd rather like write a proper deep dive on something, because then it's still interesting to people later.
But it also, depends on what you have your interest in. Like Resident Evil is something obviously you care about, so you probably won't lose that much sleep over it, even if it doesn't do well. But if like something that you're not...
So what I can say, one of my aims for this year, one of my New Year's resolutions, which was also last year's New Year's resolution, is I am going to get back to the gaming channel very, very soon, and I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming because I don't know what you're trying to say there, Dave. You've frozen.
Collab.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so I'd love to with everyone.
Finally.
But yeah, so I plan to do a lot of live streaming. So if I'm like capturing footage for a game, it's like, well, I'll live stream it as I'm capturing it. So you'll see me playing Resident Evil 9 for the first time. I will have no idea what I'm doing. I'll die a load of times. And then after
I will hold you to it. You're playing it on hard mode.
No,
you are playing it on hard mode.
Look, I finished Resident Evil 3 Remake on Nightmare mode, so that's not a problem. But I will always start with normal mode. Right?
No.
Yeah, you always start with normal.
He does the same thing to me every time I tell him, "Hey Cap, I'm just about to start Resident Evil." He's like, "Oh, play on hard mode."
No.
I'm like, "Cap, go away."
Do you know the thing that's interesting about that is Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the original PS1 game. You have two choices: easy mode or hard mode. And on that one, definitely play hard because it is effectively normal. So if you play easy mode, you don't even get the proper endings and stuff. So that's the only one where it makes sense to start on hard because it doesn't have normal mode. But okay, guys, so one other thing, because I've put it in the title. I saw the movie Send Help, directed by Sam Raimi, and it was pretty good. It's like, the way I'd describe it is a romantic horror movie. And if you do not know anything about this film, I'd bring up the trailer, but to be honest, unless you can hear it, I don't think you're going to get a great sense of it. Send Help trailer. Send Help. It's, oh my god, Rachel McAdams. And she works for some guy in some company, and he's a douchebag. And tiny spoiler, but you'd see it on the trailer, they're in a plane crash. And so basically, it's then like,
my niece saw this movie. She said she really liked it.
It's all right. It's like for so much of it, I was just like, I thought this was a horror movie. It feels like a rom-com, but then then it's just suddenly like Sam Raimi is suddenly like, oh yeah, it's a horror. And then a minute later, it's just back to rom-com territory. It's pretty good. I won't give spoilers for it. I wouldn't say it seems to have got like a lot of praise, but I think it's a fairly flawed film where if I watch it in the future, I might appreciate it for what it was, but I'm in no rush to see it again in the future, to be honest. Let's just bring up the shield here. So there's Rachel McAdams. There's her douchebag boss. You know, and she literally comes across.
Oh my god, it's Styles from Teen Wolf.
Oh, is that the dude? Okay, if you say so.
He's a Jim Carrey clone, guys. Like, if you put a picture of him and Jim Carrey on like Teen Wolf season 1, he's basically a Jim Carrey clone.
Okay, well anyway, so he's a dickhead to her. They go on a plane, and then things go wrong, and you'll see what happens. Boom. And suddenly it's really exciting. And it is basically the movie Castaway. Except for there's two of them. They, you know, no big spoilers. They're the only two survivors, except for they hate each other. And so you can imagine where that might lead.
Like, yeah, this is an obvious rom-com.
Yeah, it is such a rom-com. What was that? Was it 6 Days, 7 Nights? Harrison Ford. It is basically that movie, but but the characters, but Sam Raimi adds horror into it occasionally. I'll be honest, it's worth a watch once. I wouldn't recommend going to the cinema for it if you have to pay. It is
Are there
worth
like zombies?
a watch.
Are there like zombies in the island? Is that what it's
If I tell you, that would be a spoiler. But there is a reason what makes this horror. But look, director of the Evil Dead.
The entire cast of Lost is on the other side of the island.
Well, exactly. Okay, do you know something I will tell you though, since you mentioned that? Like 80% of the movie, it feels like it was a remix of scenes from Lost. 80% of the movie, all the ideas you can imagine in this scenario, they had done on Lost previously. But
she goes crazy. Okay.
It's all right. Sorry, what's that, Cap?
So she basically goes crazy.
Well, I won't give the spoilers because the trailer doesn't 100% tell you what's going on. But yeah, it's all right. It's only all right.
Someone unmute Dave.
Why? Is Dave muted? Okay.
Yeah, Dave and Tim are okay there.
Yeah,
Wait,
I think you must have muted me or
I
something.
didn't mute you. I've got this.
Well,
screen
somebody
up.
muted me because I didn't do it.
I promise you, like my mouse was on the other screen.
I know you're used to looking on the internet when I'm talking, but that's just rude.
Well, so you've been giving commentary this whole time, and I was like, "Geez, these guys aren't into this." What happened to Nick? Did I delete
kicked
Nick
him out.
by mistake? No,
You
I didn't.
kicked him out.
No, I didn't. No.
Kicked him out after I muted him.
Oh, 1 minute ago he says I have to bounce. Right. Okay, guys. So I've covered what I've got to offer today. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Any hot takes?
Ooh, hot takes.
Go on, Tim.
I saw a trailer called War Machine on Netflix. It's got the guy who plays Jack Reacher. It's basically U.S. Army Special Forces versus looks like a walker of some sort with a variety of weapons in it. So it looks good, but it looks like definitely a Netflix like military science fiction movie.
Well,
and if you've seen any of those,
just
they're
clarify,
okay.
Tim. Are we talking a walker, as in like the things from Star Wars? Or are we talking like an old person crawling across the street kind of walker?
All the Walking Dead.
Is
that Dennis Quaid?
An ATST, a chicken walker from Star Wars.
Ah, okay, yeah, I was confused.
But this one
Look out,
has,
hello, dearies.
this one has more muscle on it. This one's got like a lot of tech versus a chicken walker who has like weapons array on the side and then the.
Okay.
So if Netflix is sharing a trailer, this must be out pretty soon.
Yeah, I think
If
so.
not,
It looked pretty
already
good.
Be out, right?
It's
I wanna watch
kind of
it in
like
theaters.
a War of the Worlds kind of thing. It's a walker.
Yeah.
Ah.
See, to me,
Is it just a giant box?
who knows? Oh, March 6th,
yeah,
so a,
yes.
a month away. Netflix
cool.
make a lot of films which are like, this looks like it will be something that's just good to have on when you've got pizza and it's like late and you just need something to chill to. Where it's like, I just want a bit of explosions and stuff.
You got to buzz.
There's a film called Battlefield.
Battlefield.
Do you guys remember a film called Battlefield, which is basically the Navy versus aliens that play Battlefield in the ocean?
I don't think I've seen
That's
that.
Battleship. That's Battleship, mate. Battlefield is a game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Battleship. That was a fun movie, though.
Is
It's
that the
basically
film with
bullshit.
Rihanna in? Is Rihanna in that? Is it
Yes.
Battleship with Rihanna?
She is in Battleship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rihanna's
also-
in this. I didn't even recognize her, and then we're like, oh, yeah, she's the famous singer. She was in that movie.
What War Machine reminded me of was a movie called Battle LA, which I love. I don't know why. It's like, it's just, if it came out like 10 years earlier, I would have joined the Marines.
Aaron Eckhart.
But it was awesome. Yeah.
Tim, you don't join the Marines and fight aliens. That's not how this works. That's in the
you join the
movies.
Marines. You join the Marines and you figure out which favorite flavor crayon is like, which favorite color crayon is your favorite flavor. But honestly, they're awesome guys. The guys I work with that are Marines. And, yeah.
Is that a genuine question? That they actually ask what their favorite flavored crayon is?
No, the joke is that that's the only opinion that Marine is able to develop. Per se, you point them where to go and they go and they're like and like, oh, crayons, oh, I love purple, it's my favorite color. That is just they're that kind of dumb.
It reminds me of that Malcolm in the Middle episode where Reese is like the complete anarchist, weird, and he joins the army, and then he becomes a great soldier, and his commanding officer, soldier, you have become the greatest soldier I've ever trained. How did you accomplish this? I just turned off my brain, Sarge. I just turned off my brain. And he goes,
there's a little bit of
God, man, you're exactly what I wanted.
There's this joke that, like, if you give a Marine, like, a package of Crayola for Christmas, it's like, wow, I got dessert for 6 weeks. It's just kind of like, there really is a lot of comedy in some of our military culture. But when it's... good comedy is different than from when it's
I always appreciated that type of movies. Like, even if you think about the Penguins of Madagascar, which is again like a play on American commandos, they always work. There's great 2 movies that I always love. It's like Down Periscope, which is about the Navy, and then the other one called and then the other one called Pentagon Wars, which is again, so it's actually a good movie because it's about military bureaucracy and things like that. But I'm missing like comedies based on like army bureaucracy and idiocracy, done well. I mean, there's like a bunch of dumb movies out there, but
Canadian Bacon.
You told me that, Tim. You told me that, Tim. I checked it out, but I didn't finish it. I fell asleep, unfortunately.
Right, guys. Just before we start to go towards wrapping things up, got a few minutes to go. Anything else? Breaking news or whatever? I've got one more thing I can mention, but I don't think we'll get far with that. But go on.
Don't say the Muppet Show.
No, what is there something about the Muppet Show or?
They released a special on Wednesday. Well, yesterday. They got a new episode.
Sabrina Carpenter with Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay. Well, okay. So the other thing I've got, the last thing I can think of that I've got to mention is on last week's show, or maybe it was the week before, I mentioned that I'd seen Hercules, the Disney musical, on stage.
I did too.
Did you?
I did.
What did you think of it?
I got. To let you know, I got the hoodie, the Hydra hoodie that they had in the gift shop. So I got a Hydra hoodie. Do you know what? After the whole show, I took some time to think about it, and I actually genuinely thought Hercules was the character, not the whole show, but Hercules the character was so boring.
Where did you see this? Did you see this in France?
No, sorry, I was in London last week.
Oh, I didn't know that. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What day did you see it?
I saw it on the Friday.
Okay, I don't think I saw it on the Friday. I need to double check when I saw this.
Yeah, because
that would have been so annoying if we'd both been there and just crossed paths and didn't.
Yeah, I was at an awards night on the Wednesday, and then I watched The Play That Goes Wrong on the Thursday, and then and they took me on stage for the gag.
Oh, okay. So I saw it. Yeah, it was a little while ago. It was on the 26th of January, so like 2 weeks ago. 26th.
Yeah, so I was there. Where are we?
It's the 5th.
Yeah, so you saw it you saw it a couple of days before me.
Oh, amazing!
But it's just that I thought every other character in it was really good. The Muses, they stole the show.
Yes.
Like I think you would agree, they stole the show. Yeah. But I found Hercules as a character rather boring.
Right. He wasn't hench enough, was he? Right? Did you see like one of the extras, like one of the ensemble? I was like, oh yeah, that's Hercules, and it wasn't. And I was like, well, we've got a really small Hercules here. And it's like you shouldn't cast another guy that is clearly gonna make Hercules look small in the Hercules show. But okay, so I thought it was pretty good. However, no Pegasus. No. The Hydras, it should have been like Chinese dragons with long cloth bodies and stuff like this, but they just came out with like guys just holding like the heads like separate. It's like they've already been cut off. What's going on here? And then they didn't have the giants, and Phil they didn't even attempt to make Phil like a little goatee Danny DeVito looking thing. So I genuinely thought it was good. The songs were good, but out of all of the Disney musicals I've seen, it felt like the lowest budget in terms of spectacle. Right?
I definitely would agree with you on that one. I definitely agree on that one.
There's just so much more they could have done. They could have used projection for the giants, and they could have used they did have puppets for Hades at the end.
Guys, Avengers Doomsday is basically eating away Disney's budget. Okay, they can't spare it.
Okay, well,
this has come out way before Avengers Doomsday, mate. And the thing is as well is that they changed the whole story. They sort of changed the story so that the Titans aren't in it at all now.
Yeah, exactly. There was and Hades' two little demon friends are just two dudes. It's just there's Laurel and Hardy is helping Hades now. It's like Okay, did you see the big dinosaur that had a rat face? The body literally had scales. They didn't even hide the costume from being a dinosaur costume that they put fur on. Right, that was the thing that got me. But look, I'm not too negative on it. It was the things that were downgraded were noticeably downgraded from the movie. Whereas when you watch The Lion King, now obviously they change it because they're not on all fours and stuff, but the changes feel they feel different but not worse, right? And the way they do the chase in The Lion King and the way Mufasa's head comes and it's all different parts of a puppet, it's wow, how did they suddenly do that? There wasn't much that wowed me in Hercules, and I've seen The Little Mermaid. I'm trying to think what other Disney adaptations I've seen on stage. I've not seen. Tarzan? I don't know if they've done Tarzan on stage.
Did you watch Frozen?
I have seen Frozen. Yeah, Frozen was awesome.
Yeah.
Except for that one scene where everyone was naked in that village. Do you remember that? At the beginning of Act 2.
You'd have to ask Mrs. MC that because she watched it. I refused.
Act 2, they've got they go to a village and everyone there is just covering themselves up basically, but they're stood there naked. And I was like, this is a Disney adaptation. But otherwise...
Was it a sauna scene? Because in the movie there's a sauna scene.
Oh, it might be. But to be honest, they were literally... It was too risque for Disney. I didn't like it, actually. I didn't approve of it. Okay, but... So the reason I mention Hercules, which is interesting in itself...
Was Elsa is one of in those buckets? Just asking for research purposes?
I can't remember, to be honest. Right. But listen. I saw the Hunger Games on stage. The Hunger Games on stage.
Games?
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I like the Hunger Games, but I think the story is a bit, it's okay. Right? Some of the stuff in it, I'm a bit it's not my favourite story. But the stage production, they had so many cool ideas in it. They were climbing up ropes. They were we were up in the gods, and every area of the theatre is themed as a district. Katniss is from District 12. We were sat in District 11, but there wasn't a bad seat in the entire house. But literally, they'd got people on wires as if they were climbing up a mountain, having sword fights and with axes and that, trying to kill each other just below us, vertically on the side of the wall. They'd got stuff that rose out of the floor. They'd got how her suit, how her dress goes on fire. Now, obviously, they didn't do that, but they'd got costumes where it looked like it was burning embers underneath. And then the chariot they were in were literally projected, firing huge flamethrowers out the back. As a show, it was wow, they've got as many cool ideas in this as possible. And what I was going to say is Hercules could have learned from it.
I've never read the Hunger Games books, but I've seen the movies. It's kind of weird. Is that I felt like they would have killed Katniss a long time ago. The authoritative government would have just killed Katniss a long time ago.
Hang on, check this out. He's only on a projection. But when you see President Snow, it's literally in this musical. It's not a musical, sorry. It's not a musical. They have two songs, because even plays have to put in a song somewhere in the West End. But it's played by John Malkovich. And when he suddenly came up on the projection, I was like, John Malkovich is in the show! But he is literally just a projection. He never comes out live on stage. And I was like, oh, that would have been so cool. But yeah, so John Malkovich is just I don't want her to win. And then they're hey, say that if you're from the same district, you can win together. And as soon as they do, they're like, not. And it's just like, there's some weak storytelling here. But it's like, why don't you want her to win? And the other thing that bothers me about Hunger Games, which I never got, like the later films, you get into them. But the first one, it's like, I forget, is it Stanley Tucci or whatever his name is that plays the interviewer guy? Anyone remember?
Yeah,
he's like
I don't
really
know his
camp
name,
with the
but...
big wigs and stuff like this.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, so why are you wearing your flame costume? And it's like, oh, and is there love in the air tonight? And all this stuff, and it feels like a fashion show. And the only benefit for Katniss and the other tributes who are doing this is that they're trying to raise funds so that they'll airdrop in some bottles of water for them in the games. It's like, why, if they're going to have a battle to the death, even with their tag team partner, why are they going through this reality TV show where the only benefit of it is to get some sponsors so they can drop in some supplies? It just didn't feel like there was enough reason for them to go through this before they're in a battle to the death. That was my big issue with it. Unless there was something I missed about why they're doing this.
The big thing about like every authoritarian like sci-fi dystopia, this story they try to do is that like there's a fine line that you need to walk, because like if everything is shit, you know the people will rebel. It doesn't matter. It becomes like, I mean, like if your life is like a living hell, all humans, at least most humans, would decide, fuck it, and I'll just start burning everything. So you need to walk like a fine line to make that work. But in the idea of a Hunger Games, it never really worked that well for me, because like everything is just sad except for the capital. Everything is just sad. I feel like all the district would have just burned the capital a long time ago.
Possibly. But do you know what? It's also like The Running Man, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, is a much better version of The Hunger Games than The Hunger Games is. And obviously The Running Man is older. So they knocked off...
Capitalism kind of works well for like this kind of stuff, where it's like, oh, you just get more money, and then you find desperate enough people to do it. That's why the other people won't really care what happens to them, because hey, they signed up for it willingly.
It never quite worked on that they were pushing like a love narrative just so they can get sponsors, when the arrangement was always that only one of them can live, and it would mean that the other, even if they were the last two left, they would have to, one of them would have to kill the other one. That aspect never worked for me. Like, you know, when you see The Running Man, and it's whatever his name is, that was like The Price is Right or Family Feuds. Tim, do you know who I mean by this? The old host of Family Feud in the US, that was in the Running Man. I can't remember his goddamn name. He played the character Killian. Anyway, Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson.
Yeah, Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson.
So he's like this scumbag schmuck like presenter. Who do you love? Me. And it's like now the idea of that is that they're taking criminals against their will and pitting them to the death against these giant gladiator wrestler dudes. And to me that works, because like Arnold Schwarzenegger and the other guys, they're like, we don't want to be here, and they're running for their lives. But when you've got Katniss and she's like, well, this is my fire dress, it's just like, just cut to the game. Just cut to the game. This whole beginning bit.
That's also
and Woody Harrelson
the
is
weird
there.
Thing of...
Woody Harrelson is there. It's like, I've got my drinking problem because I won this many years ago. And it's just like, your character, you don't train them really to do anything. But anyway, go on.
The funny thing about like Hunger Games is that like, so a reason how I started watching Hunger Games is because like it came with a DVD with other movies, so that's why I even started
Jennifer
watching
Lawrence is the reason you started watching the Hunger Games. Be honest.
No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no, guys. Jennifer Lawrence didn't do it for me.
She's not animated, right?
Yeah, she's not animated.
She didn't sing "Let It Go."
Yeah, it's not my thing. But funny thing was, like, I did enjoy like the game section of it. The second movie also I enjoyed the game section of it. But in the third movie there was no game section, and I was like, what?
But isn't the third movie split into two?
Yeah.
So
That was basically split into two. And it's basically they're just fighting the war, and they're just like, you know, filming propaganda, going to war site and stick like that. And I was like, huh? You know, I was never really invested in the politics of this series anyways. I never cared.
But guys, that stage show has got so many cool ideas on it. Like, I'll give one tiny spoiler. So during the games, they bring down like a platform from the ceiling, and it's like as if Katniss is climbing up a tree. But then some people after her set fire to the tree, and as the actress is climbing up, there are literally flames chasing after her, actual flames. And it's like she always keeps about a 3 or 4 foot gap, and they can probably switch them on or off as they want, because obviously they're controlling this. But they were real flames, and as she was like acting as if she's scrambling away, they were chasing her. And I'm like, but she could really get hurt here. And it was amazing how it added to the tension. They had so many cool projections. The bit where she drops a hornet's nest on them, suddenly they start waving these things that start dancing around on top of them. It was a very cool show in terms of production and spectacle. One of the cleverest I've seen in a very long time.
Wow.
Talk about that. Live TV. Live theater. Live theater.
Yeah, live theater. Right, anyway, guys, let's begin to wrap this. Let's find out where we can find everyone on the socials. Dave.
Hang on, I'm not ready yet. There we go. You can find me here on Xstreamed on various shows, and check out my YouTube channel, Dave MC Gaming, and my Twitch channel as well. We are 70 subscribers away from 1,000, so please come along to the tavern and get a drink at the tavern. Just come along and hang out with us, and check out my merch shop as well, which you can see there. I got some merch on the moment. My Yeet Whore, my Red Dead Redemption 2 hoodie, where it was designed by a fan actually. Someone actually gave me the idea for this one. But yeah, come along and see some adventures. And my geeky recommendation: go listen to Big Finish War Master stories. Derek Jacobi's amazing.
Oh, do you know what, Dave? Let me just throw on this. You know, I've spoken about on the show Humble Bundle before.
Yeah.
They've got a Doctor Who Big Finish bundle at the moment. So if there's stuff you don't have, check it out. I literally got it. I don't know when I'll listen to it. I don't appreciate Big Finish for particular reasons. But I was like, I'll give him a chance. I'll give them a chance. I've only ever heard little bits before. I will give
David,
them
you
a
still
chance.
haven't gone to the Warhammer books I recommended you. I'm disappointed.
No, I haven't. Right, okay. Tim, where can people find you?
You can find me at this Instagram handle right there. And you can find me in Wakefield, Rhode Island for something called Improvised Science Lab on March 20th. We're going to be doing interviewing a scientist. You get to do a flavor taste test of a bunch of different potato chips, and you get to see improvisers work out an imaginary science problem live.
For a moment there, Tim, I thought you were going to say, and you could see improvisers work out. I was like, that's going to be amazing. She's like, ugh. Right. Yeah.
Just the Hollywood director thing. Oh, I'm lifting these weights. Cut.
Cut. Yeah, it's just like it's like you're really struggling there, and it's like, but you're miming the weights. It's like I've got asthma. Right.
It's just a bunch of people.
I'm lifting these weights. Change. I'm on the bike. Change. Yeah.
It's just a bunch of people drinking protein shakes at the gym, talking about people they don't like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go work out.
Okay.
I'll be back in a half hour.
Cap.
You can find me on Swanty. It's Racing. I dance, I throw myself in the bucket, and I work with puppets. And there's a new podcast episode out where I designed waifus for the Primarchs of 40K. The son of the Emperor are getting wives, which I did. They were all Disney characters, and I kind of 40K-iced them. It was a fun episode, really doing well, so do go check it out. It's a really fun.
Okay. In the comments, or I've had a message. Clint says, "Isn't the show Ratchet a prequel to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?" I don't know. Didn't know that at all. If that is the case, but for me, my name is David Pstansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, X, etc. at David Pstansky, or follow at Geek Battle on most of the platforms. There's one or two where it's at Geek Battle TV. You'll know it's me if you find them. But with that, until next time, stay safe. Always stay extremed. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Nanu nanu.